those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Yeah, welcome to the Sixth Borough Radio Show, brought to you by Power Up Radio. Joe and Denise here to talk all about Florida's do's and don'ts that take place every day in the streets of New York. So get ready to ride the A train. Next stop, Boca Raton. So what do you say we get the show started?
Hello, everyone. Happy Memorial Day weekend, and welcome to the Sixth Borough. And tonight we have some great guests, great lineup, and, you know, not only the guests, they're all personal friends of mine.
I know. They're really part of the borough.
Yes, they are. And I have another special guest here tonight, a very special guest. I brought Mama. She's in the audience. Hey, Mom.
Yeah, Mama's in the house.
Yeah, she was happy I asked her. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to introduce our first guest, Mr. David Morrison, owner of R&D Promo and Sourcing and Safety Works, and also Gator Straws. Yeah. And I'm going to turn it over to the boss, Denise, because she asks all the questions here.
I do ask all the questions. Thanks, Joe. Like you said, everyone, welcome to the Sixth Borough. This is the first half of our show. And for those of you that are wanting to listen in through the radio, it's 96.9, 95.3, and 1470 AM. And you also can call in to us. It's 888-565-1470. You can also make comment if you want to see us live. Now, I have my Facebook Live running, but you can also see us as the full screen. Whoever is a guest on our show, you can go on to Facebook, Power Up Radio TV, and you can see the live stream from there.
And comment on that, and we'll actually see it.
We'll actually see it. Oh, my God, technology. You should have seen us earlier. It was like two idiots trying to help each other. But with that said, again, welcome to the Sixth Borough. We have with us Dave Morrison, and we have a lot more with us. We have also...
Student will be the first in their family to graduate college. It all starts with teachers who meet challenges with creativity, who reinvent education for the future, who work towards a school system that lifts up every child, regardless of race, income, or zip code, and to enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Our first person that's ever here from this line of business. Thank you so much for being here.
No, I love being here. Thank you.
For those of you that can't see, that are listening, Dave actually bought us presents. I'm one of those. One of my love languages is to receive gifts. Yeah. I love that. And it could be anything.
The charger came in handy.
But the charger came in handy. We've got great stuff here. And I know, let's tell a little bit about how you started with the business, and let's tell everyone who you are.
All right. We run two separate companies. One's promotional products, and that's RD Promo and Sourcing, where we source kind of anything for Fortune 500 businesses or business-to-business things that have your logo on it. So anything like what we showed you here, really good business. You know, we deal with great companies that want to promote their company. So it's been really good. I actually worked for a liquor company for 25 years.
Wow.
And then, you know, retired from that and then got into this business because there was so much on the liquor side that does promotional products.
And that's how I met Dave,
Yep.
through the liquor business.
Yes.
The liquor business,
Yeah.
huh? Mm-hmm.
We had
anything fall off the truck?
Yeah, we had we were selling at that time a jalapeno flavored tequila.
Oh yeah, you gave me plenty
What
of
was that
cases
like?
of that.
It was good, and it was a couple years of Joe and I in his limo selling jalapeno tequila.
Oh, goodness.
When we weren't drinking it.
I mean, honestly, was it actually spicy?
Yeah, so it's actually really good. We're still, my wife and I own a small percentage of the company that's still going. But so they actually take silver tequila, and they take jalapenos in Mexico, and they put the jalapenos in. It sits in the tequila for about 6 months, and it's actually
very good to cook
really
with
good.
too.
It's,
cook with,
okay.
yeah.
it's all natural. No, a lot of the tequilas out there have chemical flavors. This one didn't, but
Well, those that are
was really
listening,
good.
if anyone wanted to buy it, where can they go to buy
Anywhere,
it?
it should be anywhere. It's called Tenteo and jalapeno tequila. It's actually amazing, and so try it out.
All right.
But I don't know if you know, margarita is the #1 selling cocktail in the world.
Of course.
Jalapeno margarita.
There's
you
a
go.
long story of debate about the margarita.
Exactly.
Where did it actually originate?
Here we go with the research.
I'm the research one here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not the boss. I'm just the leader.
Yeah, I
Leader
like
of
it.
the group. But going back to where you are, you actually bought us some stuff that represents what your company can do. So we have promotional stuff that actually can represent a company, their marketing materials, things that could be handed out just for the tokens, right?
Yep.
Pretty much.
People, anything not really to sell. It's more for, it's amazing. Pens are our #1 seller. Everybody still uses pens.
Gives out
Everybody's
pens,
like,
yeah.
nobody wants a pen anymore. Everybody still writes. We do about 25 million pens a year sell. But the companies don't sell them. They're all giveaways.
Give them out.
Oh, but
So-
look at this! This is
Yeah.
really interesting. Now they actually put
So now
the barcode,
the biggest thing is the QR code.
the QR code.
So you can scan it and then it takes you to the company's website.
That's brilliant.
So, yeah.
I love
So,
that. We need to
big
get some for
promotion.
the 6th borough.
Yep.
We really need to do that.
Joe at work tomorrow. We're ordering.
We'll
them.
get them. Yep. Tomorrow, Saturday.
You're coming in, aren't
I'll
you?
be there.
And you also bought us another gift, right? So this was
Yeah.
actually super special.
Yeah, this is. I
thought that was
This is
chocolates.
still big.
I thought it was chocolate too.
Yeah, so this has a notepad, but the biggest thing is nowadays, new technology. It used to be an Android and an iPhone. You couldn't use the same charger.
Okay.
That's just a cover. So nowadays,
Oh.
the Android and the iPhone can charge off the same charger.
Well, look at that.
So very good.
Just look at
Charged.
You need that.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. I love it.
So
I
it's
love
you
the
throw it in
cover.
your purse. It does about 5 or 6 phone charges, so you always have it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So it gives you like 7-8 hours worth of charging?
Yeah, probably more than that. If you probably full charge, maybe 7.
And
Yeah,
this
full
is
charge
all
in an hour.
great stuff to give your clients if you're a business. They're gonna remember you.
Of course. I mean, the charger is really good for those that are listening and not seeing what we're looking at. So Dave here actually bought in some of his promotional items, and we're looking right now at a charger which can go in the purse and it has like a little loop for a pen. But this is just an example of some of the things. This is like one of I don't know how many other items that there could be, right?
225,000 on our website.
225,000 items.
Yep. So this is your book. Look, you need a better book than
I
that.
need a better
Come
book than that.
on.
Look at that. Oh, he's hooking me up. You don't mind he's giving me
Yes.
all this stuff. His
Yeah.
wife is in the audience. So this is really great. I could always use a book. I love
Yep.
books like this. Freddie, look, we have a book.
Yeah. Freddie has a book. I gave him one too.
Put the
Freddie
numbers.
got one too.
Put the numbers in there.
Yeah. Good job.
The winning numbers are in there.
Exactly. Don't let that
So
get
the
out.
6th borough actually now has been received. We received our first gifts.
All
I
right.
love that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. But this
Nice.
is just the beginning. So just to recap.
Just the beginning. Yes.
Once again, the promotional items, they can go, and the website that they would go to.
rdpromo.com.
Easy enough. rdpromo.com.
Nice and easy.
For those of you that are listening out there, lock it in. rdpromo.com.
I like it.
And there are things that they can order for the businesses. Can schools
100%.
also take advantage of this?
Yes, we do huge business schools. My kids go to Catholic school. We do all their stuff. Schools actually, like a Catholic school, probably spends $100,000 a year on the kids on different things from here. So
Does the
schools,
archdiocese know that?
he does.
Is the 6th
pay
borough?
for
Is the 6th
I have to
borough in there
I
somewhere?
have to donate $200,000, but at least they buy
I see.
$100,000.
There's representation there.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you sharing, and
Yeah,
I
no,
think that
big
there's
time.
also another side of your business
Yes.
that I want to know more about.
Yeah, so we've always done business with some big clients with the promo side, which would be Office Depot and Home Depot. And during the pandemic, we got into the hand sanitizer business, obviously, like everybody. We were a little bit more successful than other people. But it kind of branched into a good relationship we've had with both companies, and we found a new product. It's called HOCL. And HOCL has been
Research on that.
Yep. Has been around since World War I. They used to use it in the front lines because they couldn't get disinfectants and things for the human body up there. So they used to make it, but it would only last a day. So now we have a patented method that it's shelf stable for 1 year. And HOCL is actually now an EPA disinfectant, kills COVID in under a minute. Kills a list of crazy bacteria better than any other disinfectant.
Hold on there. You said it kills anything?
almost anything
In the sixth borough, that
bacteria.
would be very useful.
99%.
99,
Very useful.
99.99.
Very useful for the sixth borough.
I don't
Exactly.
know what you're talking about.
I love that.
So this is like a bottle, EPA.
May I?
You would use this as like a tester bottle to show people. You could spray, but you know what? Because during the pandemic, hospitals, all these people, you sanitize 10 times a day, but you use bleach, use all these chemicals.
Start getting
now
sick.
you're sick. So what they came out with finally in October, we came out with this. So the good thing about this is you can drink it.
Okay, hold on. So for those that are right now listening,
You can drink it.
so there we.
Can I have a shot of that?
Clean you right out, Joe.
Oh my goodness! So he's actually taken this product. Okay, it kills
Safe.
everything in the sixth borough, but
So
it's
here's
human friendly.
yeah,
Who
so
would have
here's
thunk it?
so here's why you can do it. The catch is, so what this is in your body, your white blood cells. When you get a bacteria in your body, anything, your white blood cells release HOCl, which is called hypochlorous acid. That's what kills everything in your blood. So it's taken them about 100 years to figure out how to mimic what
Oh.
your body does. And now this is the product that is your white, exactly same pH, same everything that your body makes. And this has saved countless children's lives. So we sell this across the country. Schools is our huge. So about 2,200 children die a year across the U.S. from drinking school chemicals. So a lot of schools buy this. A baby could drink a gallon of this and just get dehydrated because
So
it's
just to be
at the end of the
clear-
day, it's salt water.
Oh, at the end of the day, it's salt water.
It's so what it is electrolyzed salt water. So your body electrolyzes salt and blood.
If I have
in
a
your body.
hangover, would this work?
It'll clean out. It'll help it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
it says
yeah.
that it's 0% alcohol and bleach. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate this only
Yeah.
because those sanitation wipes that you can get right from the store, I'm allergic to them.
Yep.
Believe it or not. And it actually dries out my cuticles and my hands. And so this would be, I can just clean the counters, the door handles, and everything with that.
So for that, we
Oh,
have
this is different.
That exact same product, all right? No
Okay.
different marketing, whatever. So
good
this
stuff.
is a skin spray, or hospitals use this for wound care now. So hydrogen peroxide that they've used for
Yeah.
years. So they've proven that when you have a cut, a big gash, that when they put hydrogen peroxide, it actually causes scarring because the skin curls. So this does not cause the bubbling and all that.
Oh.
And this heals. So your body is releasing
Right.
HOCl, hypochlorous acid, to clean. This basically helps your body and it heals. Joe's a perfect
I
example.
use it on my tattoos.
People use this on tattoos. He did one.
It speeds up the healing
Yeah, he
process.
did one. We
just
did a
had this
test
done
with
last
him. He
week.
did one with the hypochlorous acid and one with
Yeah.
some alcohol and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
And almost 5 times faster.
Yeah,
his
and it doesn't
tattoo
itch.
healed.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I do have to ask, I mean, is this your product? Did you create this?
So I didn't.
chemistry?
We have a chemist, a company that all they do is chemistry. So we're contracted with them. We're the sales guys. They have all the chemistry.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
these chemists don't know how to sell anything. They have an incredible product, but then they're like, all right, what do I do? How do I get it anywhere and
Right.
get it out? So that's what our job. We're the master distributor of these chemicals. So if in the United States, if you want to buy these, you come to us.
So again,
So-
in recap for our listeners out there, the first product was called the Briotech.
Yep.
Briotech.
Briotech sanitizer and disinfectant. It kills 99.99. 99.99% of
Yep.
viruses and bacteria. But hold on, listen to this. It kills viruses and bacteria, including feline, whatever that word is.
That's coronavirus.
Oh, okay.
So they don't have enough coronavirus in the
family
world
show.
to test
Okay.
this. So the feline corona has been around. It's an exact replica. So any bottles you read, it's really, the test is done on the feline corona.
okay.
So that's more EPA.
All
really,
right. And then it
wording.
Escherichia coli, Salmonella,
E. coli, yep.
Listeria,
Yeah.
methicillin resistant, okay. And then Staphylococcus.
Yep,
That's
kills it.
strep throat.
Yep.
And then pneumonia. So listen to me. This, like, where I come from, we use Vicks
Exactly.
for everything.
Yeah.
And Windex.
Yep.
So
This'll
it
help you
sounds
out.
like it's a combination of Vicks and Windex.
Totally.
But
Except
legitimate.
you can,
This is how it
yeah,
works.
It
All in
won't
one.
hurt you.
I love this. This is really
Why don't
great.
you try a shot?
I'm good.
Try it. Try a shot. So this is, so actually this.
Try it.
I've done
Yeah,
it.
the skincare, which this is the same thing, but this is called pure hypochlorous. So eye doctors across the country, we saw a huge amount of eye doctors. Now, instead of straight saline to put your contacts in, every eye doctor, when you go in, he sprays his hands with hypochlorous acid, and then they put your contact in. And that hypochlorous acid will also clear out any kind of grime in your eye or any bacteria. So it's a huge thing now in the eye doctors. If you ever go to an eye doctor and say, hey, do you have any hypochlorous acid? Every office will have it.
Well, this is amazing.
yeah.
What a great Freddie, what a great product line. Right? This
Yeah,
is like
so-
great. I'm loving this.
And it's
He was in the mouth.
Can you also do it with these two?
100%. It's all the
Oh.
same.
Easy,
At the
Davey.
end of
You
the
drank
day,
enough for today. You gotta
it's
drive
all
home.
the same product.
You got to drive.
In your eyes?
Oh, I can do that.
Come on.
No,
Look,
I'll put
Awesome
my
for your
makeup
skin.
on.
look at Freddie.
Put that in your eye?
Yeah. What?
That's
Does it take any bacteria in your eyes out?
Yeah. Cleans your anything with that. Yeah.
go, Freddie. Go.
Oh,
Freddie's in. We got him.
Freddie the producer is in. He's going to be
Yes,
spraying.
Freddie.
Oh, okay.
Gonna help you out.
So he
You're
just
in.
sprayed his eyes
Yes.
with one of these
and now he
solution
can
products.
see better.
He's looking a little woozy.
Let me try some. Maybe I can see the monitors.
Exactly. He's in. There you go.
I can see.
No, it's basically
Okay.
exactly what your body makes.
Look, I can see.
It's in there. Yeah.
It's been healed.
This is awesome.
So that's
stuff.
why it's really good,
see what
especially in
happened.
schools, because kids
Yeah.
look at the records. Kids drink chemicals at school all the time. With this, they can drink it and nothing happens.
Great
because
replacement
your
for,
body-
if you're concerned about solutions that are, poisonous and dangerous to children. This is a great.
And
If they reach for it, you're good. You're fine.
Nowadays, everywhere you go, I know coronavirus is kind of coming down, but still, I mean, schools, hospitals,
Yes, of
prevent
course.
measure.
they are disinfecting 10 to 12 times
Yeah.
a day.
This
and
is
our
great.
kids are breathing this stuff.
And it don't smell either.
Yeah, and
It's-
these chemicals,
Yeah, there's no stink.
you know,
to
what
it.
COVID, I think, did to our kids in breathing all the disinfectants and everything that they've done now. I mean, there's in 5 or 6 years, there's going to be problems. And that's
Yeah.
where this product now,
Just children?
yeah, everybody. I won't count us, but yes.
There's still time for them. I don't know about those of us that
Yeah.
now.
Schools is important because schools are like germ plates.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, they
All
are.
the kids,
Yeah.
picking their nose and stuff.
Oh, it gets
Exactly,
worse than that.
exactly.
Kids throughout the whole
They get in
Yeah, that's
potato.
why
They
our-
get all kinds of crazy
Now,
things.
Yeah, I
now
went.
our kids walk in the house and my wife just sprays them down with HOCl before they come in. Now we have a hose in the front with HOCl before they come in.
Guests come in the house. He's spraying people down.
Nobody's allowed without
Spray
getting
him.
the
They
spray
missed,
down.
missed him. It's a good idea, actually.
yeah.
It is a very good idea all
Yeah.
across the board for its purposes. And thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
This is great stuff. So once
No.
again, for those of you who are listening, this is called Safety Works.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to call in and have a question just to ask of Dave, it's 888-565-1470. You can go ahead and just simply ask any question, even if we're further into the segment. But at this
Mm-hmm.
point in time, this is great information. But we have something else as well.
Yes, we do.
We have some.
And
So
something
so
that
far,
Joe specializes
I want to
in.
lead into this.
okay, you lead in.
This is
You guys-
Joe's baby.
You guys ever go to like McDonald's and order a shake and they have those paper straws? Anybody, you guys have all
On a drunken
experienced
stupor,
it.
yeah.
The worst ever.
What is the worst feeling when that thing deteriorates and you go to drink the shake and it goes all over you? These straws, not because I'm promoting them. These straws here,
Could take them
They're-
out of the
they're-
bag. Just put a bunch in.
better than regular straws. They're stronger than regular straws. And Dave, tell us how they're made. Like
So
these
what-
are the agave ones, right?
Yeah. So what we've done with our paper straws, which is what Joe's talking about. So you end up with a wet noodle in about a minute on a regular paper straw.
And
So
it's
what we
very-
did, we
very
figured
aggravating.
out that
Look at this, it's
the
beautiful.
problem with that was it was a flour binder. So basically, you took paper, you put flour in the middle, just like paper mache, and when you put flour in water, it immediately disintegrates. Just chemistry.
what happens, yeah.
So what we did is we made it, instead of flour, we made a rice binder. So rice is like
wow.
sushi rice. So when sushi rice gets wet, it becomes super sticky. So
Right.
our straws are rice, and when you put it in water, it immediately becomes sticky and the paper stays together. So,
Does it matter what color they are? And
No,
one
so
does more than
these,
the other?
yep, nope, all they're
There's different
natural and
sizes
stuff.
and-
Some of these straws right here, some of these are agave straws. So,
wow.
like what you have there
This one?
is, yep. So this is made of what's left over from making tequila.
Oh.
So this is a second. So we have paper and we have agave. Yep.
What?
You get drunk on the straw.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get drunk on the straw?
And you just suck on it for a little bit. But so we
Family
have
show.
two types. We do paper straws, and then Joe, you need one. You need a black one.
This guy's he's a funny guy.
But
I've used these before.
yeah.
They're-
So
This is great. I gotta
this
tell
is
ya.
made over. So I don't know if you know what tequila is made out of. All agave.
I do.
So
Yeah.
basically, what's left over is kind of like the rind of a coconut.
Right.
So Mexico's had so many problems with they can't get rid of them. So now they grind them and they make straws out of them.
drink my protein
And
shakes
then-
with these.
And
Great.
How
these,
industrious.
instead of plastic lasts 50 years. These disintegrate in 6 weeks.
So environmentally friendly, just like our products here for
All environmental,
sanitizing
right.
and skincare and all that. This is
So
amazing.
they're reusable.
Oh,
These, yes, you can reuse the paper. You probably get 6 hours out of our paper. But these are almost like plastic straws
Well-
because these will last in water probably 4 or 5 days.
It's true though.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's gonna have to switch.
So-
Plastic straws are going away.
Yeah, plastic. Just so you know, it's not. Everybody's like, "Oh, they banned plastic straws."
gonna happen,
The
though.
government. What the government's doing is they followed what California did. So I don't know if anybody. Straws and plastic bags are made out of a certain plastic that nothing else is made out of. It's called plastic number 5. Plastic number 5 is not recyclable.
Yeah, it lasts
it's
forever.
more expensive to buy recycled plastic number 5 than it is to make new. So it's unrecyclable. So every city or state facility where you take recycled products, they take out all the plastic number 5. And then they put it on a boat and they send it to China and they charge the city whatever it is on that to go. So Boca Raton pays about $4 million a year to get rid of plastic number 4. Deerfield Beach was paying about $8 million. So Deerfield Beach
Wow.
banned plastic straws. They paid $500,000 last year. So California did that. Everybody kind of following. California saved probably $400 million. I don't have the exact statistics, but a huge amount of money because they used to have to collect all the number 5 plastic
Right.
and send it overseas because there's nowhere to store it here.
well, I got to tell you, I really thought it was all because of the turtles.
Yep, that's what.
It's got a lot to do with it.
And that's
but
what
it's
everybody
wildlife.
thinks, and that is. But the truth of the matter is, just we tell people because they are banning, and people get mad at the cities, like, "What are you
Right,
doing?"
right.
But it's more for money because these cities are paying
Yeah.
huge amounts of money.
Well, it's saving taxpayer money.
Exactly.
Right.
And
Those biodegradable?
yes, these. So these, the agave, it's about 6-7 weeks in the ocean, huh?
That's nice.
You could eat them, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
we're drinking the
lime.
products. Why don't you eat the straws?
Do you know, drinking beer in the day, I was telling you, we
That's-
used to drink it out of a straw.
Yeah.
And this would be fantastic.
For that contest we were
Exactly.
talking about. I'll talk to Dave
Like
about that.
it,
He'll be all in on
Yeah,
that.
So-
I'm in.
Yeah.
So in recap, these straws are really environmentally friendly. They
Yep.
last longer than the paper straws. I have fights with the paper straws.
Yes.
I actually started
Good to make
get paper
spitballs?
cuts.
Yeah.
Good spitball experience
Yeah.
too with this. But I have to say that with what I've had the experience, I've actually been carrying my own straws, which come either in metal or
Yeah.
something else other. But this is
What
really
are you
good. I
using
mean,
the metal straw for?
Yeah. These are really good for that. I
Uh,
brought the thick ones.
got it.
I got the thick ones, so
Right.
you can get,
Well, that's just the thick ones are really good for like.
Beer.
No, yeah, that too, but I would
Beer?
imagine really more for like a smoothie or
Yeah, these
a
are great.
margarita or
Those are
something
great
that
for the
it-
smoothies. Yeah, this size.
Yeah, this is really great for smoothie.
Give you a good brain freeze.
We've been trying to get Joe to get out there and get those smoothie places for
Yeah,
us.
they-
So for those of you that are out there listening right now, I mean, for restaurant owners, for schools,
Yep.
for any place that actually serves a beverage, they can really benefit from this. So if they wanted to
100%.
order this, who do they call? And it's not Ghostbusters. Who do they call? And where do they go to order?
So yeah, we have a website. It's called GatorStraws.com. Being an ex Gator,
Oh boy.
University of Florida.
You just eliminated half the state.
Exactly. So, but we never had the University of Florida buying from us until we were Gator Straws. So now we do.
Good plan.
Joe is our lead guy on these. He's the
straw
managing
guy.
director
He's the
of our
straw guy.
straws, and he's out there selling, and he's increased our business over the last few months, probably 60%. So
Do
he's
you
done an
have to
incredible
buy
job.
this by way of by bulk, like for that, or can just like the everyday mom just go ahead and place an order?
You can go on our website. We sell like we don't sell them like onesie twosies, but they're usually 2,000 straws per case, which
Okay.
isn't that bad. And then you can go on our website. We also, for restaurants, bars, we sell through one of the liquor distributors called Breakthrough Beverage.
Yep.
They sell Jack Daniels, all kinds of wines. So we call on them. They carry, obviously a large quantity, so restaurants can buy from them. They have really good pricing, or you can buy direct from us from around the country. So
Before you go, Dave, let me tell you the idea that Freddie had.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was my idea. He stole it. No. He was thinking of going to like get a restaurant sponsor and doing a beer contest through a straw.
yeah,
Because that gets you lit up quicker.
Yeah.
And these straws would be great for that. Cause
I'm
they're
in.
thick.
I'll donate.
wouldn't
We'll
that be
donate
great?
whatever you need.
Wouldn't that be
Well,
great?
you know what? I think we're going to have to dub these,
Yeah.
okay, as the 6-borough official straw.
Yes.
So that's
Beer
a
straw.
commitment from you
That is,
to
I'm in.
hopefully become a sponsor here.
Yeah.
And we'll make that the 6-borough official sponsor.
Bring the beer.
Yeah.
Bring the beer? Who's
Yes.
bringing the pizza? Did anyone bring the cannolis?
Yeah.
Cannolis.
Joe, where are they?
Where are the
I ate 'em.
cannolis? Honestly.
No pizza either, right? We got no pizza.
No.
No pizza.
When are we
So
gonna
we're
start?
working
When
on
are we
that.
gonna start that? Because I don't
Sure,
get a
yeah.
chance to eat before I come here. I'm
Oh, wait, but here's the story. So,
Working out.
It's Friday pizza night. I beats.
so here we are. We have the official straws, right, for the 6-borough.
Yeah.
And we could all stay nice and clean and sanitized. We could
Yeah.
even put this on our salad, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, you
But,
can. Put it on your sushi to make sure nothing's wrong with it.
Oh,
Or if you think your
can
chicken is
sanitize
a
our
little,
food.
if your chicken's a little raw,
You
throw it on
can't. You
there.
can't yell at me, Freddie. Freddie, you
wait, can
can't
you
yell
actually
at
put
me.
this on vegetables?
100%. Clean
just-
your vegetables.
You can clean your vegetables and your fruit with
Yep.
this.
FDA
Freddie's
certified
usually over there with me like
for
this.
food context.
Today
service.
you're getting it.
There are people writing in. They want to spray their eyes.
Don't they?
Oh, man, spray the eyes.
So if anyone has a question, by the way, we do have someone on the line. I hope you're still on. Trish, are you out there?
I am.
Thank
How
you
are
so much for your patience. He wouldn't stop talking about the product.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you want to know something? I deal with him all day long. He
Yeah, Trish. Oh,
that
I was
voice.
like, ooh, who's that? This
know
is
that
the
voice.
money woman. She runs the money of our company.
Very important. Thanks
Yes,
for calling
I
in.
am
So
important,
tell
but
us
I want
what
to know
you
why I
think.
am not there with you guys.
Yeah, you should be.
I want to be there next time.
I know.
Next
And
time.
she's going back up to the other 5 boroughs tomorrow. She's going to New York.
Vegas,
I am.
the
I'm
7th, right?
originally from New York.
What part?
I'll be there tomorrow. I'm from Long Island, Nassau County.
Okay.
Is that one
It's
of
not
the
a borough, but you know
We'll
we'll let
allow
you
it.
slip in. We'll let you slip in.
It's not a borough. Yeah, we'll let it slip. It's not a borough. Can we
But
say
no,
Queens?
you're
I'll
still
go
a New
with
Yorker.
Yeah.
I love your
I'll
last
go with
name.
Thank you.
Oh wait,
Good Italian.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
It's Mariano. Is that it?
Wait a minute, I see it.
Mariano, yes.
Mariano, a
like
nice Italian name.
Trish Mariano. Oh, I can see it. You're right, Freddie.
got
I'm
it.
not that blind.
Well, thank you so much for being on here.
No,
Trish,
loved
thank
it.
you for dialing in.
Yeah. Trish, good support. I like it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
pump it
Trish.
up. Come on, Dave.
Yeah, pump it up.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing.
No,
We've learned a
definitely.
lot.
Had a good time.
I mean,
Yeah, it
from
was awesome. Thank
education
you.
to sanitation to what else?
Yes, exactly.
Discombobulation.
And clean eyes.
Mouthwash,
So the
eye
next
wash.
question is, you got a question?
Question.
This is the new and improved way of advertising.
Yes.
Right? People coming out of
Yep.
COVID and everything else.
Yep.
And price point for the community. Is this a better deal than anything else right now?
Totally. That-
Everybody uses pens.
yeah, that pen is probably 30 cents.
And you know what? You can
And
take your
you can
phone and
make-
scan.
Yeah.
Right?
You scan, you scan the websites.
This is the bomb.
And yeah, it's incredible. Watch when you go to a restaurant, Watch what the waiter has. He never has a pen from the restaurant. He always has some other company.
Some other company,
and
yeah.
you look at it, and it's like, and then our reps try to sell the guy pens. I'm like, every one of your waiters has some other restaurant or company's pens.
Yeah, and they
Of
should
course,
give it to the
you should
customer
order
when they
us
leave.
pens.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you should have your own pen. Actually, how
Yeah.
cool would it be to put the waiter has this, and then all of a sudden the waiter scans it, and it's the menu.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Incredible idea. Joe, right there.
Patent that.
Yes.
I just did.
We're going to give her commission on all those sales. Sign her up.
I can be creative.
Sign her
yes,
up.
Yes, indeed. Well,
Yes.
thank you again
No,
so
I
much. We're
appreciate
going to
it,
go
man.
to a
Thank you.
break, but
Yes.
you have to come back, and we're
Yeah,
going
totally.
to certainly, hopefully, see more
just
of
did-
you on the show.
Yeah.
Freddie just did the straws. Gonna do them again.
So we're going to go, and we have some trending topics we want to talk
Awesome.
about. So
Yeah.
hang out with us, and
Awesome.
we're
Big
going to move
time.
on to our next,
Yep.
and chime in, because some of the material we're going to cover right now is
Yep.
pretty interesting
All
stuff.
right. Can't wait.
So, there are some trending topics, and some of this stuff this week we're going to be talking about. We're going to go into a little break moment, but we do have to recognize here in the 6th Borough, we have a conscience, and we want to make sure that you all understand that there are parts of our community that have had really tragic impact this week. Not just, I should say our community, but in our country. And we have to make light and actually take a moment just to pause for the Texas elementary school shooting that took place, and the number of children that were taken, and the 2 adults that were taken. And I know that, this is a really hard time for our country. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
I know the 6th Borough feels really bad, because we want to make sure that everyone understands that we're sending hugs and love out there right now from the 6th Borough, because to us, family is critical in this particular show.
It's tough, yeah.
And it's really sad. I was just thinking over the part here of the number of shootings that there have been. It's just unbearable and unthinkable. When we were younger, the most that we ever prepared for in school were fire drills.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back even further, nuclear bomb
Exactly.
threats.
I remember when I
Going
went
under the desk.
When I went to school in Westchester, there were kids with pickup trucks with rifles in the back.
Huh?
They never had a fight and went in and used their gun and shot somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just
times are
stupid.
different.
Times are much different.
And I didn't know this. The kids in our schools are actually doing shooting drills. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. In some parts they do tornado drills. So, there are many different ways, but this now, we're gone to another level. This
Right.
really hits home. And so, shout out and love and light over to those families that were impacted. Very, very sad.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sure
Sure.
you did your research on this. I'm sure you did. Why is it like in the big cities like New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, you never hear of these shootings in the schools? And you would think that everybody's packing in those schools,
That's why.
No, they have the metal detectors, right? Is that why
you have metal detectors, but you know what? When you
Everybody gotta go.
then there'd be
They
big
carry, they
shootouts.
carry a Glock.
Yeah, nobody's gonna walk in there with a rifle because everybody be,
Which gun is big?
yeah.
Is that why? Is that the? I know you did research on that.
It's a tough discussion, period. But it is
Right.
true when you talk about the areas where shootings have taken place. They've been more in the remote country areas.
Where they know they can
or
get away with it.
suburban, So, listen, it's sad, but we want to make sure that we give you our condolences
Definitely.
and love and light shoots at your way from the 6th Borough radio show. And so the other thing that was really interesting that ties into this, and I just want to make sure I mention this because it's important. There was an act that, when I say an act, Senate was presented with something called the Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act, and it was blocked by the Senate. And what that really means is that this bill was to help coordinate all of the official agencies in communicating with each other if there is news or anything that comes out with respect to a possible threat. And we don't have that right now. It's just basic communications. So that's something that is really crazy, and it's called the Hr8 Bill. So for those of you, can please write to your congressman. That's very, very important to see if we can indeed also the Hr8 requiring a background check on all ages. Simple stuff.
Yeah.
But crazy, it really is. This guy that did this kid, he actually did commit a threat 4 years ago when he was a freshman. And no one he was sought with then, but no one followed and paid attention to him. Hence, he kept his promise, because he said when he was a freshman that he was going to do this when he was a senior. So that goes to show that we need to have more communication with our agencies, and someone needs to follow things like this.
Right.
And this is copycat stuff too. If you think about it, I mean, I think that's what also happens is that they just got the idea from someone else, and so they want to follow through. And it's just the attention that would come with it. It's just unbearable. It really is. But once again, we need to stay abreast. We are a Memorial Day weekend. This is a very important weekend. Everyone is traveling. We have to make sure that we're recognizing our veterans, our government workers, and first responders. This weekend in particular, thank you so much. We have to honor in our 6th borough for all of you that fall into that category.
Definitely. Have to recognize
So great
today.
weekend to celebrate. I know in the 5 boroughs, it's always a big weekend. The pools open up. Everyone's going down the
fire
shore, going
hydrants
to the
open up.
Hamptons. They're going somewhere. But
Fire
here,
hydrants-
what's that?
Fire hydrants.
The
open
fire
up.
hydrants open in the middle of the street. Oh my God, remember those days?
Yes,
They
I
still
do.
do that? I don't know. It might be a good thing for New
No,
York
they
at the
do
rate
it.
it's going right
They
now.
do it.
But I will say.
Oh, you sound like the guy next door now. Yeah.
I do. But you listen, the smart ones all came here.
Yeah.
I don't care what says
True.
whatever. They all came here, and for us down here, we're going to be experiencing. This is like the biggest travel expected weekend.
I
since
seen it on
before
the way
COVID.
here.
Yeah,
It's
like
crazy coming
39
here.
million road travelers
The
will
gas
be out
prices
there.
didn't bother anybody
It
traveling.
did not. They're over it. They're just over it.
Everybody's
and so
just
they're
glad
going-
to be able to get out.
Yep.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. And if you're doing a barbecue, just be aware of what you're doing and don't put the house on fire.
Spray the food with that first.
Spray the. Oh yes, and make sure if you're barbecuing that you're rinsing
Yes.
everything off with the spray.
Exactly.
You can actually rinse your dishes off with this, I'm sure, and everything else.
And all your people.
So
All right.
while you're traveling, always what I used to say to my daughter and still do: keep your head on a swivel. That's all you need to do. Just know where, be aware of your surroundings. On top of that, we have the monkey virus. Good news.
2 people got the monkey virus. A monkey and somebody else.
Exactly.
They're just making a big pastiche over it.
I know. In the
Right.
6th borough, the monkey virus, when we're not, the CDC says it's not a threat, says that it's not a threat to us. But you know what? If you have the smallpox vaccine, it prevents you from getting it at 85%, but it's just not pretty. It really is not. And so with that said, wash your hands. Just
Purchase some HOCL. It'll
again,
knock
with
it
the
out.
spray- you are
You got to find out if that takes care of the monkey virus,
This
too.
is the monkey virus preventer as well. Right. So anyway, we're going to now go on to our next guest. And we're going to have some fun, more fun with
Thank you,
the
David.
product
Yes,
here.
thank
you
you.
so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So who do we have next?
We have an old friend of mine, Kenny Ruiz. Mag Chop Kenny. Come on in, brother.
Come on down to the borough.
As we're making the change, condolences to the actor that we lost.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
I'm
yes.
getting there. I'm getting
You
there.
believe me.
Getting ahead
She
of
don't miss.
myself.
She don't miss a beat.
I thought we were going to do that between the change.
No, we have more changes.
One more change.
We have more changes coming up. He's trying to rush me.
This Kenny.
This is not a
My
rush.
friend Kenny has a lot going on.
My own, does he have a lot going on?
Yes, he does.
He has a lot of stuff going
Keep myself
on.
pretty busy.
You
I mean,
do.
I've known Kenny a while now, and he's always been a supporter of mine, and I've been there for him. But I mean, in the past couple of years, while I've been on vacation, you've really stepped up your game.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
And you know what? I tell you, every time you had an event, Joe would put on these amazing events, and I would show up. And I went to every event, and he would always say, "Come on, let's get you in the camera." And you know how he helped me. You helped me build the brand a
Thank
lot
you.
and get the notoriety to be able to, be able to do what I did while you were on
You've done it,
vacation.
man. You've done it.
So-
Go ahead. Don't give me the look. Go ahead.
Oh goodness, we're not even married. So Kenny, a question: are you from New York?
No, I'm actually from Chicago. I'm a
Oh.
Chicago boy.
Yeah, that's not within the parameters of the 6th borough. But you know what?
But I live in South Florida.
But you
so,
live in
know.
South Florida,
He's in-
so
he's in the 6th
we
borough.
can do a christening. We'll see what
All right.
happens.
He's in the
If you
6th borough.
You're in
I'm
the
here.
6th borough.
Yeah.
You are. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
To the 6th borough. For anyone that wants to place a call into Kenny after we talk a little bit more about what he's working on, it's 888-565-1470. And if you are tuning in live, you can see us live streaming on Facebook, Power Up Radio TV. That's how you can see the whole show. Right now, if you're streaming live, you may just see me, but I want you to see everybody.
It's live.
So call into the show, and we're going to take a look at some of the material of what MagChop is all about. And I mean, artist, actor, right?
Fashion designer.
Designer.
Swim Week.
That's Swim Week
Yes.
as well. So, I mean, fully talented.
Thank you.
And I've seen some of your work. I love it. Are you appreciating the work that's behind us?
I do. I actually love the artwork in this room. I was like, wow. I walked in here and I was thinking, man, I should have brought one so that you know.
Well,
I
we
could have one
welcome
here.
it. Of
Bring
course.
one,
This is
yeah.
all my property.
But I did bring something. I did bring
What'd you
something,
bring?
and it's for the fifth borough. So I have one of my products is called the MagChop 15-ounce collection. They're 15-ounce beer mugs, but they're microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and
We got the perfect cleaning product.
yeah,
for 'em.
yeah. I got and they this one here, this one here actually has some images from New York on it, and I thought,
I love
how much
it.
better to bring one of that.
Look at that.
The piece is called
Pretty, look
Awake.
at that. Oh, I like that. It's a big roll of toilet paper roll money. I love that. Look at that. There's a whole can of beer in here? You see
Yeah,
that?
15 ounces.
Everyone?
He's a good artist, man. He's a really great
So
artist.
this is all your artwork.
Yes.
That was, I guess, what we call like pressed on.
Well, that was sublimated onto there, but the
Okay.
artwork itself is collage art. So I do collage,
Collage art.
So
art.
tell us how you do the art. This is the cool part.
And it's funny. It's how I got the name of of my business, MagChop, is I chop up magazines to create the art.
Wow, who knew that? So you
Yes.
chop up magazines
Yes.
to create the art. I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
And they develop into these awesome pictures, paintings,
Yep.
collages.
And it was crazy how it all started. Was a friend of mine's, well, my wife's friend, got engaged with this guy, and he ended up being the founder of Guy Harvey. And so
Oh.
he came to my house for dinner one day, and we're sitting around and sitting there looking up, and I'm speaking to him, and he's looking beyond me, and I'm thinking to myself, oh God, there's a spider on my wall. You know what I mean? What's going on here? So I turn around, and my art is there, and he's,
This is
Guy
with Guy
says-
Harvey?
It was the founder of Guy Harvey, yeah.
Oh,
His name
okay.
is Steve Stock, and so he was actually the guy who marketed the Marlins when they first opened. Yeah, it was really weird because I didn't know who he was, and he's we're kind of talking. I had heard that he worked with Guy Harvey. That was all I knew, and so he says, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "That?" He's like, yeah, I was like, I made that. You know what I mean? He's like, man, where are the rest of them? I want to see them all.
Oh, wow.
And so I kind of was like, well, what makes you think there's more? And he's like, because nobody does that just once. And so sure enough, I took him around my house, 5-cent tour, and I was like, well, there's one here, there's one there. The other ones were thrown, off to the side after I was done. I was like, all right, I'm done with that one. And he says, do you know who I am? Now, I'm from Chicago, so, I was like, you know who I am?
How long have you been in Florida?
I moved down here in 93, the end of 93 November, and then I moved back to Chicago in 95. I stayed for 2 years.
Oh, the first time was not enough.
Well, yeah, I got shot at, and I was like, you know what? I don't get shot at in Florida. I'm going back to Florida.
Not yet.
Not yet. so I came back. I was like, I'm done. And
You're in the 6th borough now. Anything
got out
goes.
of there. I was like, no more. And so, I came down here. My mom had lived here. She moved down here. She moved us down here out of Chicago to get me. I was getting in trouble in Chicago. I lived in Humboldt Park. My neighborhood was on gangland twice. So, I had a pretty rough upbringing.
But were you already doing that?
Yeah, I was doing some stupid stuff.
Well,
but-
no, I meant, were you already cutting up magazines and creating art?
No, I
Oh,
was-
this is like way later now.
Yeah, I used to draw. Like I was a graffiti artist as well, so I used to draw. I used to do all kinds of stuff. When my mother passed away, I lost that ability. It was like it was gone. I couldn't, and nothing looked right.
Oh, how interesting.
And so I started creating the collages to try and maybe kick up some of the creativity to hopefully bring back my ability to draw.
Right.
And I started making them. I was making them. If my wife and kids liked them, I would hang it up, frame it, and hang it up.
Sure.
And that's how I ended up, getting started.
That's
He
so
helped me get
creative.
started.
Wow. Well, I'm. This is a set of 6 that comes a collection.
There's 7. There's 7 in the collection, and then at the end of every year, one retires and a new design is introduced into the
Wow.
collection.
So if anyone wants to order these, where do they go?
Magchop.com. It's MAGCHOP. Magchop.
I love that. I'm looking at your sunglasses. Are they also?
No, these sunglasses are actually a really good friend of mine. If you look at all my models for all my fashion shows, they're always rocking Moonrays glasses. I'm a very big fan of him. He's a really
You
great
brought him
guy.
to the studio, didn't you?
I did, yes, you remember.
I still have that picture.
Yeah.
On the
great
motorcycle.
Guy. Yes.
All right, yep.
So that's why I rock Moonrays wherever I go. I make sure I have my Moonrays.
I love it. So you also now, so you have your artwork, and you're also you work with models and create events. Is that something that you do, or you?
No,
tell
I'm
me a little
part
bit
of
about
the
that.
events.
You're part of
So-
the events. Okay.
What ended up happening is my company was starting to grow. The artwork was getting popular. I started having people ask me for these weird products. And one of them happened to be a bathing suit. A friend of mine was like, hey, listen, I want to buy my wife a bathing suit. She loves your art.
Right.
So I went and I had a good friend. My friend Liliana was the owner of Palm Beach Swim Week. And so I went to her and I had to learn about sublimation, materials, fabrics. It was
So
like
you started designing
Yeah.
bathing suits.
Yeah, because I was like, well, my friend wants it. I'm going to figure out how to do it. I told him I could do it. I was like a yes man. I was like, I would just say yes to
Kenny.
everything.
That's Kenny.
And then I'd go figure it out later. Like, all right, I'll figure it out.
This is great stuff. You're getting a compliment right now. So heck yeah, I love this merchant. I guess this merchant stuff.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
really great.
You can read that from there?
Yeah, I have contacts in. I
I
had to
need
spray
'em.
this stuff today. See. It was a miracle.
I should have brought my glasses.
All right. So we've been showing actually a lot of the work that you've been doing, and you actually are also right now in the midst of a movie.
Yes,
as
we
well.
finished
So you
filming.
do acting
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
Could you do what don't you do? Like don't answer that.
Skydive.
Before you go any further, I got one question for you. Who told you first you should be an actor?
Oh, it was Mama Rubo.
Oh,
I went to an
Mama
event.
Rubo?
Yes, I went to this event, and I was walking up, and I'm looking for Joe because there was a long line, and I was like, man, let me just find Joe, because Joe's like, hey, come see me. And I'm walking past the line, and Mama Rubo was standing by the step and repeat, and she stops, and she goes, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm here to see Joe Rubo. She's like, you have a face for TV. And she took me
it
right in.
runs in the family. A lot runs in the family.
And she dragged me right into Joe, and this was like, I think it was like the second.
The
like,
second casting we had, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what project are you working on right now? Which I think we have it right up on the screen right now.
So right now we have the squad coming out. Should be ready for November. We have one trailer out, and the next trailer's coming out. We might be showing in Puerto Rico, so we've got some things that are going on that are really big going on. It's based on a true story. It's actually about the first Chicano police squad. And what they were doing, there was a lot of murders and kidnappings in the immigrant communities in Houston.
Okay.
So Houston PD put together a Chicano squad to go in there and say, look, we're not worried about your diplomatic status. We're here to bust who's making your community bad so we can make the community safer. And that's what
That's
the
the
movie's
storyline.
about. Yes, yes.
When is that coming out?
I believe November. I got to talk to the director. I was supposed to call him before I got
Juan?
here, but Juan, yeah.
Shout out to Juan.
Shout out to Juan, the squad. So it's really good. We got it's an amazing storyline. It was the biggest production I've ever been a part of. I mean, we had people falling off roofs.
What was your role?
I am Detective Lopez, so I'm the co-star with Juan.
And is it in English?
Yes, it is in English.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have Robert Lasardo in it. We have Tyler Gallant. We have Mike Gassaway, and like ESG, legendary Houston rapper. We have Juan Gotti, another legendary Houston rapper. I mean, like the whole cast. It was really amazing because everybody's either really known in the industry or they're up and coming and they're doing really well. So it was
It's a
really
good storyline.
fun. Yes.
This is
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. So everyone that's just tuning in, we're sitting with Kenny Ruiz Magchop, and we're just fascinated by the work that he has here. This mug is just absolutely amazing. It's a collection, and it changes every year. If anyone is interested in seeing more of his artwork, his clothing line, his designs, you would go to
Magchop.com.
magchop.com, and also the current project that he's working on called The Squad,
Yes.
which is coming out in
We
November.
think November. Yeah, I think November. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for coming and
Thank you
giving
so
this.
much.
This is mine. You know that.
Joe, I think Joe has like 3
plenty
or
of
4 of them. I gave Joe one, and let me tell you, he
Every time
supported
came
me.
to
He
see
bought
me,
one.
brought one, yeah.
So the next time you come on, you got to get another one.
Next time you got to pay. Only I get them free.
Yeah. Right. Well, thank you so much. We're
Thank you for having me.
thankful that you've been here. You're very talented.
Thank you.
And please, by all means, if you have a piece of art,
Come back again.
come
bring
back
it. Yeah,
again.
yeah.
We'll put it up and we'll talk about it because
Right.
it's really great stuff. And I love to celebrate the artists and the creatives that we have in our communities.
Awesome. Yeah, because it started off with all the artwork. The artwork took it to the bathing suits. The bathing suits took it to the leggings. Now I have a men's swim line coming out. I have a lot more. My daughter is now introduced as a new fashion designer. She's only 15 years old, and she did her first show in December. So I'm building Magchop to be a bigger company that's going to have different facets. I've made book covers. I've done movie posters. I did the movie poster for Boca to Brooklyn to Boca.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I designed that.
Did you?
I didn't know that.
Yes, I designed that. So I've been able to do that. I've done movie posters for different people. The lady that I did the book cover for, the lady that exposed the whole corruption in the FAA. I think I don't remember Carrie something. But I did her book cover.
It's
It was
a very important word in our
I
borough.
gotta talk to you about. I gotta talk to you about the book cover.
Yeah, she
Corruption
yeah,
with a capital C,
right.
right?
I was in the New York Times for what my book cover was in the New York
We're
Times.
sitting here with someone that's
Because
amazing.
Donna and I were discussing a design for a book. I didn't even.
I'd love
think
to
you.
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you're
Oh,
in.
yeah.
You're in.
Good to
Awesome.
know. Well,
Awesome.
thank you again so much. We'll
you.
definitely please come back.
Oh, absolutely.
Anytime. It's an open floor. Anyone can come anytime. And if anyone has any calls that they want to make to find out more, it's 888-565-1470.
Come Juan's not calling.
I don't know. I don't know where Juan's
Juan,
at.
where are you?
Juan, call in.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're going to move on to a
calls in,
quick
we'll get 'em.
break.
All right.
And we have some things to talk about, and we're going to move on right to our next guest. And, of course, we have in our galley the main headline for this evening, who's ready to come on in shortly.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
we'll
thank
talk
you
to you
for
later.
having me.
Again, this was Kenny Magchop.
Yes.
And,
My man Kenny.
Yes,
Thank you,
very
brother.
talented. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All righty then. Thanks
Thank
you
you,
too.
ma'am.
Thanks for coming on. So I know we have a lot to talk about still, and we're about to go into the second part of our show
Is
very
it time
shortly.
already?
Almost.
Ming.
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you say that on here?
Ming.
I don't know. All right, we'll find out shortly.
That's not. That's
okay.
I can say that word. Ming, right? Yeah.
No.
You know, I don't believe you.
So we do have.
You heard that?
You keep that low, will you?
Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh. I said, oh snit.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
I got scared.
I'm rubbing off on you, huh?
Oh snit.
Got through this show.
Okay, I didn't say it.
We
I
got
said
through the first hour.
You got it through the first hour. But, you know, we do have to pause for a minute here because we do have some things, and, you know, we have lost someone else that's really probably should be a headline within the sixth borough.
Yes.
And we have to give our condolences for the passing for Ray Leota, who left us way too young at 67. And did you know he was from Newark?
Yes.
I mean, although it's not a borough, but close enough.
Very very
enough.
talented actor.
Yeah, he was making a movie right in the middle of making Dangerous Waters, and so that just
And
now stop.
he's one of the few that nobody ever had a bad thing to say about him.
Yeah,
Everybody, tremendous respect for him and his ability, and it's sad. It's sad.
it is sad. I mean, for the movies that he's made, for example, one of my favorites, Field of Dreams, and what was that movie with Kevin Costner? He was in the Field of Dreams.
I know. But
So what was
that was
the
your
one
favorite?
line? It's one of. I said one of. Easy, down, doggy, down. One of the movies. But what's the famous line? Anybody from Field of Dreams?
Build it and they will come.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
That
right.
was a great movie.
Yep, I actually said it to my daughter when she was doing projects in school.
That's
also,
not what he's known
his,
for.
well, no, actually recorded. That was early on what he was known
Right.
for, and then of course Goodfellas. He was Henry Hill.
Hendry.
And Hendry, yeah, a great role. Now I have to. That was Goodfellas with Joe Pesci and De Niro.
Right.
But didn't you audition?
Man, how does she find out this stuff? That was back in '88. Yes, I auditioned. It was called Wise Guy. Mm-hmm. At the time, it was off the book by Nicholas Piegre, and I actually read for Martin Scorsese.
What was that like?
I really didn't even know who he was. I was young, but afterwards, I'm like, wow, the movie came out. That's what it was. But I read for it. I read it for a couple of different parts. Mm-hmm. And what?
Did you read the right words?
They didn't put it so far, so I was able to read it. But he was a nice guy. Martin was a nice guy, very cool, and there was other people in the room who I'm sure were big stars. I don't know who they were, but how did you find that out? Did you talk to my mom about that?
Yeah, I know. We're good. Okay, well, we'll be back. One last movie that he was in was Hannibal, one of my favorites. But we'll be back. Tune in for the second half of the show, and we're going to be meeting up and talking with Club TV and Ciro DiPaggio from The Mob King. Hang in, give us a break. We'll be right back at 7:04.